Hey everyone, Intercept here from Juzt Zurvive. Welcome back to another DevNote episode. This is episode 4, and today we're diving into the Season 11 update. We've got some big changes coming your way, including new locked containers, updated custom areas, economy adjustments, and a much requested rule change. So let's get started.
Just survive, kill it, just survive, on it, run it, just survive, in it, just survive.
First up, we're introducing locked containers across all maps. These high-value loot spots will be scattered throughout the world, each one color-coded to indicate their tier. The blue container will contain lots of box nails. The yellow container has basic military equipment such as M4s and Tundras. The orange container has some high-tier military equipment such as LARs and VSDs. The red container has the VS-89, KAM, and other raiding equipment. Each container will be surrounded by mummy zombies and heavy soldier zombies. Here's where you can find them. For Chernarus, the blue container is at Ratne military camp. The yellow container is at the Zelenogorsk military base. The orange container is at the Red Tin building by Stary Sabor military tents. And the red container is on top of the HQ building at Kamiensk military base. For Livonia, the blue container is at Topolin HQ. The yellow container is at Kashnik military base. The orange container is at Nadbor Quarry. And the red container is in a hole in the ground at the military base south of Nadbor. For Sakhal, the blue container is at Ostry military camp. The yellow container is at the Rudnagorsk military base. The orange container is at the Nagorva airfield. And the red container is on the Chernarus military base. These keys will spawn inside a locked scientific briefcase, which can now be found in specific locations around the map. On Chernarus, this is the Bochnia prison. On Livonia, this is the Gliniska or Lukau airfield hangar. And on Sakhal, these will continue to spawn on the dead scientists around the volcano. The briefcases can be unlocked with a scientific briefcase key, which can be found as loot in industrial areas around the map. We've expanded the world of Juzt Zurvive with new custom areas and updates to existing ones. On Chernarus, we wave goodbye to the Devil's Castle bunker. A new bunker rig can be found by the Kamienka refinery. There are no zombies at this bunker, but you will need a boat to get there. We've also updated Bolota airfield, Elektrozavodsk, Tizi military base, Northeast airfield, Northwest airfield, and the Skalisti island bridge. On Livonia, we removed the custom military base at Girotov and the roadblock on the bridge by Radach. We've also updated Borek, Topolin, and the Nadbor Quarry. On Sakhal, we've added 3 new custom areas, which are the Sakhalskaya geothermal plant, the Chernarus tank range, and the Nagorva airfield. In Season 11, we are introducing Map Evolution. As the season progresses, custom areas will develop over time, with buildings being knocked down and new buildings appearing over time. Expect these changes to refresh PvP zones, shake up loot points, and create new combat hotspots. Next up, we've adjusted some trader prices based on supply and demand. The following items have been increased as the M4A1 both black and green variant, the 60-round standardized mag, plastic bottle suppressor, gun cleaning kits, and sharpening stones. Additionally, a full set of the locked container keys can now be sold to the trader for 1,000 credits, giving you a new way to cash in on your exploration. As we currently have no idea how rare a full set will be, expect this price to go up or down as the season progresses. The punch keycard used to access the bunker is now single use. We feel this was a much more balanced approach to accessing the top tier bunker loot. On Sakhal, bonfires can now be purchased as a base resource via donations. These can be used to provide you a heat buff inside your own base. Also on Sakhal, we fixed the Burakan no-build zone. This now properly prevents faction radars from covering the bunker. We've expanded the no-build zone list, making sure that key military bases remain PvP-focused areas. You can view all of the zones on our iZurvive group, the link for which is in the iZurvive channel at the top of our Discord. And as always, thank you to iZurvive for continuing to be a partner of Juzt Zurvive. We're also keeping an eye on the missing custom water springs bug at the S3 trader. This is a Bohemia issue and will be fixed as soon as they provide an update. As always, we've updated a couple of accolades this season. We say goodbye to the Infiltrator accolade, and in its place we brought back the Conqueror accolade, which can be earned by killing 20 players in a single raid weekend. Submit the kill feed evidence in an events and rewards ticket to claim the accolade and credits. The Roadkill accolade has also been removed and replaced with the Roadblock accolade. To achieve this, you'll need a good aim, killing the driver of any moving vehicle. We received a lot of feedback regarding the clipped walls rule last season and Season 9, and after listening to the community, we've made some adjustments to clarify it further. Moving forwards, we will now only be acting upon indestructible walls. These are walls that cannot be destroyed by either explosives or bullets. If walls are completely impervious to either of these, they will be considered illegal and the base owners will be asked to rebuild the wall properly. However, if the wall can be destroyed, even if it's clipped, we will now be allowing this. This change ensures fair play, whilst giving base builders and raiders more clarity on what is and isn't allowed, whilst hopefully reducing some of the conflict seen last season. To summarise, walls can now clip, but they must not be indestructible. If you're ever unsure, please open a raid ticket before the raid weekend and we'll support you. We're always looking for ways to evolve Juzt Zurvive, and this season is all about going back to our roots, focusing primarily on PvP and faction warfare. As always, we'll be hosting a community chat at some point during the first month of the season to gather player feedback, what you like, what you didn't like, and we genuinely enjoyed the opportunity to talk to you all on a much more personal level. That's everything for today's Dev Note. Season 11 is going to be an evolution, and we can't wait to see how you all adapt to these changes. As always, your feedback helps shape Juzt Zurvive, so keep the discussions going in Discord. See you all in game, and remember, adapt, evolve, and keep on surviving.
Just survive, kill it, just survive. On it, run it, just survive, in it, just survive.